Hello, Linked HR. Happy week. And I'm Dr. Chris Wildermuth, your community chair. And this week we are officially starting our book club with the book, The Practice of Adaptive Leadership. I already shared how to get the book and everything else last week, but I'm going to refresh your memory this week for those of you who are catching up with us now. And also, I am going to show you how to access the very brief e-learning module that I created so as to introduce the first 40 or so pages of the book. And for those of you who are catching up now, I'm going to share a couple of very key components of the adaptive leadership model and end with a question. So let's get started. All right, so let's take a look at where this information is. So if you go to our institute and then you go to curriculum, you're going to find the book club right here. And I'm going to give you the direct address so that you don't have to do all that, but just to show you where this kind of information would be. And then you just click on the practice of adaptive leadership. And if you go here, so the first thing that you're going to see is Mel Wildermuth's introduction. This was my introduction from last week, so if you're catching up with us now. But then if you come this week, what you're going to see is an e-learning module that I created to get us started. You can either, if you're using a computer, you can go right here. And by the way, you don't have to sign up again. You can just skip this step and start anonymously if you want. But if you're using a mobile device, it's probably better for you to click on directly on this page and just go straight to this link that I have over here. I'm just going to go in there and show you. And once again, if you don't want to enter your email, it doesn't matter. You can if you want to. You can also skip and start the course. What is adaptive leadership? And you can navigate it either using the next buttons or you can navigate directly here. One thing that I want to show you is that at the very end of the module, what I did is I included in here, this is our new book club logo, I included a worksheet that you can download, and then you can you can use that worksheet. It's a fillable PDF, see? But you can download it from here, and I did that for privacy reasons because you might want to keep your worksheets and write on them, and then you wouldn't have to share them with me or with anybody else. So just wanted to show you what's in here so that you can use it this week. Other than that, I would encourage you to write, like, of course, you will need to sign up as yourself, right? But I would encourage you to write your own response, answer your thoughts. So let's actually start a discussion in here rather than just taking it. I would encourage you to give something of your own. So that's what I wanted to show you in terms of where the materials are. Now, a very brief introduction on a key differentiation that Heifetz and his colleagues make on adaptive challenges and technical problems. So last week I said that according to Heifetz, Grashow, and Linsky, adaptive leadership means mobilizing people to thrive under conditions of change, or specifically when people are confronted with adaptive challenges. So what are adaptive challenges? And indeed, if you started reading the book already, you will have noticed that the authors make a very key distinction between what they call an adaptive challenge and a technical problem. A technical problem is one in which there is a known solution. So one example that one might have is when you're confronted, for example, with, I don't know, when you must use a totally new software or a totally new system. So maybe the software is really complicated and complex, but even so, somebody knows how to use it. And if somebody knows, then it's not an adaptive challenge. It's a technical problem. In a technical problem, it makes sense for you to have the old style of leadership in which somebody has the vision, somebody has the expertise, and everybody follows because somebody knows, right? Somebody knows the answer. In an adaptive challenge, however, you are in a swamp. You are in a situation in which literally nobody knows what the answer is. Nobody knows where to go. And in order to solve the challenge, in order to confront the challenge, we must deal with various levels of DNA change. What do the authors mean by DNA change? DNA changes are changes in habits and reward systems and values and the stories we tell about ourselves. So basically, when we're talking about an adaptive challenge, you are changing a very critical piece of yourself in order to adjust to the environmental change that is taking place. So, in an adaptive challenge, by definition, not only no one knows the solutions, but the solutions will involve changes to things that can be painful and deeply personal and important to people. For example, if an organization has always been known for, I don't know, providing exceptional, customized, personalized value to its customers, and all of a sudden, in order to face an adaptive challenge, the organization no longer will be able to fulfill that promise and that value, that is a very deep change in the organizational DNA. So how do you as a leader help an organization confront that challenge? So my question to you as we go through that is, first, how can you handle leadership in a situation like that? Because remember, there is no superhero and there is no magic ball and there is nobody who knows. And second, what adaptive challenges might you or we be experiencing? And I say you or we because maybe it's an adaptive challenge that you are experiencing personally in your life or in your organization, or maybe it's an adaptive challenge that we, humanity, we, society, we, larger group of people, or we in the HR profession are experiencing. I know, for example, that in higher education, which is the field I'm in, there are huge environmental changes that are causing the need for major adaptive challenges, and those can be very painful indeed. So that's the question of the week. I'm very much looking forward to see your answers, and till our book club next week, take care. Have a wonderful week and happy learning, everyone.